It's another parkrun adventure time, isn't it, Iona?
Yay!
But are we at the start ready to go for parkrun right now?
No.
What are we doing?
It's so bright.
It is still bright, isn't it? What are we doing tonight?
Camping!
Yeah, it's another camping and parkrun adventure, and we're staying at the campsite that is right by the parkrun that we're doing, isn't it?
It's down there.
Just over there. What's the parkrun? Sorry, the campsite called?
Abbey Falls.
And the parkrun is known as what, Iona?
The prettiest.
The most beautiful parkrun. We want to see whether it's actually more beautiful than Trentham, don't we? But we have been down to
Is this
the nearby town, to Ripon, and explored there a bit this evening. Enjoyed some nice tea at the Wetherspoons there, didn't we?
Is this one with the fairies?
The fairies was Trentham.
Oh.
I don't think there's any fairies here.
Oh. Because that was good at Trentham.
It was. They were beautiful,
And
weren't
wasn't
they?
there a Spider-Man? Or something?
I can't remember the Spider-Man.
There was like a Avenger character, I think, or Batman.
I don't remember that.
No,
I think you're
do.
imagining that.
No, I'm not!
But right now, it's time to tuck ourselves up in our tent, and we will see you in the morning. See you in a bit.
Bye!
Good morning. We've done the sleeping overnight. Were you comfortable in your bed?
Yeah, I
You
wasn't
sort of
actually-
curled yourself up in the corner, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't actually on the airbed, I was next to the airbed.
All right, we've slept. It's time to head to parkrun. Let's go. We're here at Fountains Abbey, aren't we, Iona?
Yeah.
What do you reckon so far?
It's nice.
It's nice. No fairies though, are there? So still a mark to come yet, whether which one wins a bit. But it's looking very beautiful to me. And there's loads of people here, including someone doing their 100th parkrun.
And there's also someone from Beijing.
And there's somebody here from Beijing as well.
And Hong Kong, they said. I
And
think.
Hong Kong and Sydney, I think.
Yeah.
So people from all over the world come to do Fountains Abbey parkrun. You looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Right, let's get to the start.
Good morning, everybody, and a big welcome to Fountains Abbey Parkrun. Big welcome to all the tourists here today. We have visitors from Skipton, Portsmouth, Rotherham, Walsall, Whitley Bay, Abingdon, Coventry, Blenheim Palace, Sheffield, Doncaster, Wolseley Woods, Bedford, Telford, East Sussex, Hull, and Hong Kong, Australia and Beijing. 3, 2, 1, go!
We are off on Fountains Abbey parkrun, Iona. We finally made it here. And it's the flat course has started with a hill, hasn't it? It's a blip. It's a blip. But Iona still has a dodgy wrist. Hold at your wrist, Iona. So we're still being very careful, aren't we? So you're walking, are you? Right. Well, brisk walking then. Let's go. Look at that view. So you start by just going straight past the amazing Abbey, which we'll explore again a bit later. The advantage being National Trust members. We can hang around for a little while afterwards. But we have a beautiful day for a parkrun in a beautiful place. So let's get and enjoy it. The fast runners are already coming back down the other side of the loop that we do for our first loop. We've got a little way to go yet. Well, as I heard it, it's now 11, and she's got Ruth with her anyway. They've stayed walking. I've decided to run the rest of it. So off we go.
Thank you. Morning. Oh, well done. Keep going.
Well, this course is definitely Yorkshire flat, not flat. Definitely a few undulations, but it's definitely living up to its beautiful type. Thank you, marshals. Running by a beautiful mirror-like lake at the moment, with a single swan swimming on it. The epitome of serenity, I feel, as hundreds of runners go running by. As you come round the corner of the lake, you see the line of it ahead of you, leading down towards the view of the Abbey. Wow, what a view. And of course, we are just immensely privileged, really, as the run director said at the start, to be able to run in this World Heritage Site and enjoy this all to ourselves at this time in the morning, just as runners running round. Thank you, marshals. Thank you. Just passed through the finish line, but we've still got a lap to do, and another one of those flat bits of Yorkshire ahead. That is an amazing view to run by as we're running past the Abbey ruins. Just beautiful, incredible. Thank you, Marshall. We're just passing through the start and back off properly on our second lap now, which is a longer lap. This time we go through the water gardens. So looking forward to exploring those on this run.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore.
Over the other side now I can see the faster runners finishing their second lap. They've done, as we carry on our second lap. This time we are heading off in the other direction to do the water garden. So the lakes, beautiful white statues scattered around. Absolutely beautiful. I know I'm using that word a lot, but it truly is here. Doesn't have the fairies of Trentham Gardens, but it does have even more spectacular views and property. Just passing over the little wooden bridge, single file only over this.
Nothing makes sense, no, nothing makes sense anymore.
We've just passed the Temple of Piety. Maybe we're all feeling very pious for being out here running 5k at 9 o'clock in the morning. So maybe that temple's just for us. Not quite flat, is it?
No.
Definitely Yorkshire flat.
Am I the only one lost in translation, where nothing makes sense anymore?
The view is opening up of the Abbey ahead, which means we're almost at the finish. Guys, thank you very much. It's a tough finish uphill, but Ewan put in a good surge towards the finish. You made it, Ewan. How was that? Good. Are you blowed out now? Enjoy it?
Yeah.
So anybody who's read the flat description, it's definitely Yorkshire flat, as in not flat at all, but absolutely beautiful. I think it definitely lives up to the hype. We have just done, I think, the longest walk we've ever done to get from the finish to the scanners here. But it doesn't matter when you've got a view like that to look at as you're walking. Well, we're all scanned in and we're just heading towards the visitor centre where we meet for coffee and hopefully find some breakfast there as well after our parkrun. So, looking for that at the moment. So we have had a good post-parkrun breakfast at the National Trust. Now when you do Fountains Abbey parkrun, you have to come straight out of the Abbey grounds and so on because before obviously all the visitors come in for this, but because we're National Trust members we've been able to come back in, but we did stay outside for the breakfast, didn't we, Iona? How did the breakfast rate?
Good.
What did you have?
Egg sandwich.
And how does that rate out of 5 for the breakfast? 5. It's a lovely architecture for the building as well. The only downside for me, I got my coffee in a paper cup rather than a proper china cup, and I do like my
It was a plant cup, actually.
But it was plant-based, yes, which is good. And now we've come to an adventure playground just by the entrance, isn't there, as well? How are you finding the playground?
Good.
What is this rate as a playground?
5.
A definite 5, is it? There's lots to explore here, and there's a lovely new bit, and you can smell as you go over there all the fresh pine that's just been cut. Sorry, we don't have smell-o-vision on here. Now, a couple more minutes playtime. You want to go and explore the zip line, do you, before we go? Right, off you go then. So we are just exploring some of the buildings around the Abbey. In here they've got where they did some of the making of all the different fabrics and the different local sort of flowers and plants and so on that you use then for dyeing all of these different colours of fabric that you can see on the wall behind me. Very industrious place, not just a place of worship. A garden just here which is managed by the volunteers, but of course is reflective of the gardens that the people here at the Abbey would have looked after and maintained to feed themselves, but also people round about and to Sal as well for raising funds for the Abbey. Fountains Abbey was founded in 1132 by 13 Benedictine monks from York looking for a simpler life. Fountains became wealthy through wool production, lead mining, cattle rearing, horse breeding and stone quarrying. It faced tough times in the 1300s with raids from Scotland and the Black Death, but continued till 1539 when it was seized by the Crown under the Dissolution of the Monasteries ordered by Henry VIII. It slowly fell to ruin as stone was raided to build other nearby dwellings such as Fountains Hall, but is still an impressive building to this day. Studley Royal Water Garden is the result of the vision of John Aislabie and his son William. In the early 1700s, John had great plans to impress visitors to his Yorkshire estate and turn the wild and wooded valley of the River Skell into one of England's most spectacular Georgian water gardens, now a World Heritage Site. Just in the Temple of Piety, which we ran past earlier when we were doing our parkrun. As you can tell, very little space, very echoey. But it's just a folly that was here to just look nice by the side of the lake that you look out on from the folly itself. Lovely place to sit in the summer and enjoy a book or a nice cool drink, I think. So we are on our way now to find a tunnel we've been told about. Only pitch black, which is a bit of a challenge. Can you make your way through without falling over? Or are you brave enough to make your way through? So we're just trying to find it now. We've just been exploring the Octagon Tower, which gives lovely views over the water garden. And this grassy area that we're just walking across now would have been somewhere that they would have come and enjoyed picnics, maybe enjoyed the views, sat in the tower, maybe if it got a bit wet. And the little cave that we're just walking past in a moment is where they would basically use as an impromptu kitchen for preparing for the picnics here on the grass. We've just explored the little cave kitchen. How do you rate it as a kitchen?
Well, I think I prefer my one at home. It's got a bit more daylight in it, and
You prefer a proper electric cooker to
yeah,
an open fire?
Hold on.
So these pillars, which look robust and strong in this temple of fame, are actually made of wood with plaster on. They're not what they look like. Is that a statement about the nature of fame? We are just exploring the old mill. So this is actually about 1,000 years old. It was built by the monks to serve the community around about them. It's one of the few surviving Sistine mills. So pretty incredible. And the water wheel is still turning, and 100 years ago was given a new lease of life to generate electricity here. So never too old. We're back at the tent.
Finally.
Finally. Bit of a trek, was it? You did a few steps today, haven't we? But we've had a lovely time running the parkrun, exploring Fountains Abbey. What's your best bits?
Probably exploring.
Exploring. We enjoyed the tunnel, didn't we?
Yeah.
And some beautiful ruins to explore, all the undercrofts and all of that sort of thing. But now, time to strike tent and head to the rest of our Yorkshire holiday, isn't it, Diana?
Yeah.
So, hope you've enjoyed this little adventure. There will be more little adventures soon, so what do they need to do?
Like and subscribe and put the post notification bell on.
And make sure you check out this video, which is from our last camping and parkrun adventure. Bye!